Assalamualaikum, we are from AS102K. We'll presenting about analysis of function 2, and this is our group members. Asymptote. An asymptote is a straight line that is closely approached by a plane curve so that the perpendicular distance between them decreases to 0 as the distance from the origin increases to infinity. There are two types of asymptote, which is vertical asymptote and horizontal asymptote. To find vertical asymptote, we will need to set the denominator equal to 0 and value for x. Step 2. Analysis the asymptote by approaching the value of x from left to right hand side. To find horizontal asymptote, step 1, we need to find the limit of fs when s approach to positive, negative, infinity. Step 2, we need to divide the numerator and denominator with the higher degree of s in denominator.
Question 5. Given a function fs equal to 2x minus 6 over x plus 3. So we go through the question A. Find the x-intercept and y-intercept. So before we go through the question, we have to know about the basic knowledge that when x-intercept, it must be the y value must be equal to 0, and for y-intercept, the x value must be equal to 0. So it's like vice versa. So x-intercept so the y will be equal to 0. So we just substitute into the equation 2x minus 6 over x plus 3. So x plus 3, we go over the left side. So any number multiplied with 0 will end up with 0. So got equal to x minus 6. So the negative 6 will go to the left side and will be positive 6, 2x. And the 2 will be go over 6. So it will end up with 3. The x value will be end up with 3. So the next one is y-intercept. For y-intercept, the x value will be 0. So then we must be substitute into the equation 2, 0 over 0 plus 3. So just like I say, any number multiplied with 0 will be 0. So 0 minus 6, 0 plus 3. So it will be negative 6 over 3. Negative 6 over 3 will end up, the y-intercept will end up with minus 2. Okay, we're going to the next question, is B question. Find the vertical asymptote and horizontal asymptote. So for this question, we must use the same function, that is fx equal to 2x minus 6 over x plus 3. So for vertical asymptote, we have to use the denominator and let it equal to 0 to find the value of x. Let x plus 3 equal to 0, so the x value will be minus 3. And then we are going to use limits. Limits when x approaching minus 3 from the left side, and also limit when x approaching minus 3 from the right side. So when limit approaching x, when x approaching minus 3 from the left side, 2x minus 6 over x plus 3, it will end up with positive infinity. For the limits when x approaching minus 3 from the right side, 2x minus 6 over x plus 3, it will resulting minus infinity. So that's vertical asymptote. For the horizontal asymptote, we have to look at the degree of the x from the numerator and denominator. The top one is numerator, while the bottom one is denominator. When we look at here, the power, the degree of x is power of 1. So they are the same. We can find the y value with 2x over x. It will equal to 2. The y will equal to 2. Or we will use as a limit. When limits x approaching minus plus infinity, 2x minus 6 over x plus 3, it will resulting infinity over infinity. So when we have the result of infinity over infinity, we have to modify the function. So we have to modify it by divide it with the denominator when x is the power more than other when x approaching infinity. When we look at here, the degree of x in the denominator, the higher one is the power of 1. So we will use that to divide it with all of the numbers. So we look at here, 2x divided with x. The x per x will be causing it, resulting it as 1. Same goes with the x per x. So for the number 6 over x, it will resulting the number of 0. Both of them will be 0. So we got the result 2 plus 1 minus 0 over 1 plus 0. It will end up with 2. So it's just the same with the top one. Y will be 2 values. So that's it.
For question C, before we find the intervals whether it is increasing or decreasing, we must differentiate the equation given. So this equation contains a quotient rule, which is u over v. Fx equal to x minus c over x plus 3. Next, we have to differentiate u and v. U equal 2x minus 6, u prime equal to 2, v equal to x plus 3, and v prime is equal to 1. That formula for quotient rule is vu prime minus uv prime over v square. Now, we substitute the value we differentiate before into the formula. Fx prime equal to open bracket x plus 3 close bracket multiply with 2 minus open bracket 2x minus 6 multiply with 1 over x plus 3 square. The answer is 2x plus 6 minus 2x plus 6 over x plus 3 square. Based on fx prime equation, we can find the critical point by using the denominator. Open bracket x plus 3 close bracket square equal to 0. x plus 3 equal to 0 and x equal. Now we proceed to the next part. We need to use the table of sign to find the increasing and decreasing. First, we need write 3 columns and labels. For the first, minus infinity with minus 3. The second, minus 3 with infinity. For the second column, we need to write the test value, which is minus 4 and 0. Test value must be substituted into this equation. 12 over x plus 3 squared, which is increase, positive. Both values are positive, which means the intervals are increasing. So increasing intervals is minus infinity with minus 3, union of two set with minus 3 and infinity. And decreasing interval is none. Okay, for the question D, we can use the same method as C, which is differentiation from original question. Fs equal to 2x minus 6 over x plus 3. For the first, we need to differentiation. F x prime equal to 12 over x plus 3 squared. And then we do the second differentiation. Fx double prime equal to 12 over x plus 3 squared. It need to going up, so we can find it. And then we do the second differentiation. Fx prime, and then we do the second differentiation. Fx double prime equal to 12 over x plus 3 squared. It need to going up, so the answer is 12 multiply with x plus 3 minus square. This is product rule, which is u and v. Next, we differentiate the u and v. U is 12, u prime is 0, v is x plus 3 minus square, v prime is minus 2 x multiply with x plus 3 minus cube. So now we need to substitute into the formula of product rule. The product rules is u v prime plus v u prime. First, 12 multiply with minus 2, open bracket, x plus 3 minus cube, plus, open bracket, x plus 3 minus square multiply with 0. So we can cross because the right side is equal to 0. So the answer is minus 24 over x plus 3 cube. Now we proceed to the same step, which is table of sign. First of all, you need to have 3 columns. Second, the value of x is the same, which is minus 3. As you can see, you can find it from the substitute into the formula of product rule. Then for the first column, minus infinity with the minus 3 and minus 3 with the infinity. Then we need to write the test value to use in the equation, which is minus 4 and 0. The equation used for this table is minus 24 over x plus 3 cubed. From this table, we can see that concave up is minus infinity with minus 3, and concave down is minus 3 with infinity, which is no inflection point.
The last question is sketch the graph of f using the above information. Firstly, we have to draw y-intercept and x-intercept. Secondly, we have to mark the value of y-intercept, which is negative 2, and x-intercept, which is 3. After that, draw a dotted line vertical asymptote, which is equal to negative 3. And horizontal vertical, which is equal to 2. Then draw a curve that line that touch both of negative 2 and 3 point at S. For y-intercept, the value is unvalid, so the curve will be like this.
In the end of the video, we can conclude that we have learned about two types of asymptote, which are horizontal asymptote and vertical asymptote. We also had covered about the step on how to find asymptote, how to find the interval, whether it is increasing or decreasing, and also on how to find if the interval is concave up or concave down. Lastly, the step to sketch the graph was shown in the video for a better understanding.